Hello, welcome back to another video. Today we are getting ready for mushroom season with a dish that will warm you up in those chilly nights. Join me as we transform this classic into a healthy and easy recipe that is perfect for batch cooking. Let's dive in. Okay, so we're making chicken stroganoff today. Chicken is the main thing. We got some seasonal mushrooms and you see over here some other ingredients. We're gonna start with the chicken. Okay, so for the chicken we have 750 grams of chicken breast. These are quite big, as you can see. I will have to trim a little bit also the extra fat that we have. We want to keep it as lean as possible. As this dish already contains a bit of cream, we're gonna be adding that later on. For this recipe, I like to cut my chicken into chunks. You will see they will be about 1 inch by 1 inch. Just like so, as you can see over here, that's a perfect size. Okay, and these are the veggies that we are using. 1 white onion. I like this type of onions, they're very sweet. We have about 200 grams of chestnut mushrooms, 200 grams of oyster mushrooms, some fresh thyme, and some fresh parsley. Alright, so let's start with the onion. Just gonna cut in half, and I'm gonna chop it very thinly into half moons. I like to find the texture like that. If you prefer to chop them very finely, or you can definitely do it. Next we move on to the oyster mushrooms. I'm just gonna pick them with my hand into big chunks. They're very easy to prepare. I love these mushrooms. They're very meaty, lots of flavor, and usually very cheap as well, which is good. And next we go on to the chestnut mushrooms. I'm just gonna slice them. If you want to cut them in halves or in fourths, definitely you can do that. I'm gonna use 4 cloves of garlic, 4 or 5 cloves of garlic. Just gonna chop them like so, and I'm going to mix it with the thyme. So I'm gonna pick the little leaves just by removing them like so. I'm gonna put them over the garlic, and once I'm done with all of them, I'm going to chop all together. Chop them roughly. And I'm going to put them on the side. It's gonna give a lovely flavor. A little bit of fresh parsley as well, and just removing the stalks like so. And now a good trick for chopping the parsley is we're gonna roll it like similar to a cigarette. So we're gonna bring all together, roll it, and this is gonna keep it compact. From here we just roughly chop it. Having a sharp knife will definitely help. I'm gonna set it aside. And that's it, all our ingredients are ready. We're going to start cooking. Okay, so I'm using a cast iron pot. As you can see here, it retains heat very well. I'm gonna turn the heat on into high, and once it's hot, I'm going to use the 1 calorie spray 5-6 times. Make sure that the pan is very hot when you put the chicken. If you have a lot of chicken and the pan is a bit small, just do it in a couple of batches like I'm doing over here. Don't move them just when they have a decent color. There is no need to cook them all the way through, as we will finish them later on. So once they have a nice color on one side, turn them for the other side. Once they catch again a little bit of color, we're gonna remove them. And we go with the next batch. Don't worry if there is a little bit of that stick on the bottom. There's a lot of flavor that we will gather later with the onions. This is the second batch. Same thing. Once it's ready, we put it away, and as you can see, there is a little bit of the stack, but all the protein, all the sugars as well. So there's lots of flavor in there. Now in goes 1 tablespoon of olive oil, the garlic and thyme mix, and the onions. So we're gonna saute the onions. Saute the onions, as you can see. As they get a little bit of color, I'm gonna add a tiny little bit of chicken stock. And I'm gonna deglass the bottom of the pan. It's gonna get absorbed by all the onions. I'm going to get lots of flavor in there. And I'm going to cover, so the onions steam, they become a little bit softer and they will cook faster. You will see now how all the bottom, all the juices are coming out, all the flavor is in the onions now. They are also caramelizing. And it goes with the mushrooms. Mix them well. And for the mushrooms, I'm going to add salt at this point because it's going to help to extract all the water out and they will come softer. I'm going to lose lots of volume because at the moment the pan is completely full. In this we mix and I'm going to cover it to let all the water come out. After 2 minutes, 3 minutes, this is the results. As you can see, the volume went down. All the juices are on the pan now and it's time to add the chicken at this stage. Now the chicken, spread it evenly. We are going to put 100 ml of white wine. This will add a different layer of flavor and a bit of acidity, which is very good with the mushrooms. And we're gonna leave to reduce for about 5 minutes. Now I'm going to add 25 grams of Dijon mustard, 30 grams of dry ceps. These, they give a lovely flavor. I highly recommend you get one of these. Mix everything well. I added a little bit of pepper as well, so seasoning, and the rest of the chicken stock. In total, there are 300 ml. Now the fire, I turn it down to medium heat. You're gonna let it cook for about 15 to 20 minutes. I'm gonna stir from time to time. This is the result over here. Lots of flavor. You see how it changed the color. So at this stage I'm adding light cream cheese, 200 grams. That's gonna give us the creamy texture that the stroganoff is so characteristic for. And it is a great low calorie alternative. At this stage it is ready, but I like to add a different stage to get a little bit more flavor out of it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get some of the sauce and the mushrooms and I'm gonna put them in here and I'm gonna blend it. After I'm gonna put it back. So it's going to intensify the flavor and it's a very good trick to make it a little bit more creamy. I'm taking out the chicken pieces that I got in there. So now I blend them. And it becomes a puree, as you can see here. I didn't blend it too much because I like the small pieces and I put it back in there. And you will see how nice and creamy it is now. It has such a lovely texture as well. Add the parsley, a little bit more, and that's it, that's ready. So now that's 5 portions. I have 5 portions here of some baked potatoes. You will find the recipe up here or somewhere in the description below. I'm going to plate, so that will be 1 portion of potato plus 1 portion of the mushrooms. Is roughly around 600 calories, 50 grams of protein, and perfect for this autumn. Here is the nutritional information with the potato, without the potato, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much. Please comment, subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye bye.